And today's topic is stop watching and start working. Have you ever noticed that you've been watching other people around you win? You've been watching other people on social media win, and you're kind of stagnant. You're sitting there in the same position, awkward, uncomfortable, wishing that you would just see your life pivot, that you would see your life take a spike, that you would see your life completely ascend to the highest degree. But yet, it seems that you've plateaued, that you've only been able to make lateral moves. Don't you want to spike? Don't you want to jump in your finances? Don't you want to see your bank accounts just fill? Don't you want to see more commas and zeros in your bank account? And I'm not talking about the ones when you're in a negative. I'm talking about positive results. Have you ever noticed what you're doing day to day, what your daily routine looks like? Are you frustrated with where you are right now? I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I'm trying to ask you some real life questions to help you put things in perspective, to get you away from the same routines that are getting you nowhere. As everyone says, as Webster defines it, doing the same things over and over, expecting the same result, expecting a different result, it's insanity. Who wants to go insane? Who wants to make insane moves that are not positive ones? I want to make moves that'll blow your mind, that will keep me rising, that will promote me into a higher position. And that's the reason why I named my business Ascension Complete, because I want to achieve a complete ascension. I want to continue to ascend rather than descend. I want my account to rise rather than decline. I want my accounts to ascend rather than descend, because ascend means to go up, to be promoted higher, and descend means to come down. If you notice with the airplane, they going to descend when it's time to land. The only descending that I want to do is land at an airport on a tarmac so that I can have a safe landing on my flight on my private jet. Some people didn't understand what my goals, my hopes, my dreams were. And some people just didn't get a chance to take the time to figure out what I wanted and who I was. And so you therefore were frustrated. So at this point, I'm encouraging you to figure out what you want so that you can actually achieve the goals that you desire. Whether that means that you want a big house on a hill, or you want a condo in one of the skyscrapers of New York City, or in the city of Philadelphia, or California, or Florida. Whatever your goals are, whatever your hopes are, whatever your dreams are, let's make those things a reality. Let's start to take actionable steps. Let's start to write those things down. I was just on a phenomenal phone call with some amazing women. And what was so ironic was that we started out speaking about one thing, which was still finances and financial growth, and making sure that we can actually win together instead of struggling separately. And the reality was that call, because of the minds that were on the phone, the energy that was on the call, there were so many other business transactions that took place in that moment. To be able to promote each other was phenomenal. We're going international together. I'm speaking that because we agreed to it. Have you ever gotten on a call and we were supposed to focus on one thing, and it just kind of evolved? A 5-minute call turned into 2 hours because there were like-minded individuals on the call who wanted to do the same thing, which was to ascend, to rise, and to make an impact. Amazing stuff. Amazing opportunities just came off of that call. We went from learning about a pot of money that can be duplicated into learning about land that you can get at a great rate or price, to learning about grants, funding for your businesses, to learning about the connections that we needed for certain financial institutions. That call wowed me. It wowed me because I was also a contributor. Have you ever looked at yourself when you indulge or engage in conversations with other women or men who are like-minded? And do you ever see yourself just sitting there like a lump on a log, or as an asset, waiting for the coach to put you in, or saying to yourself, put me in, coach, because you have something to contribute? Sometimes it's nice to just simply be quiet and listen and learn. But the other thing is, you need to realize when you are a great asset to a conversation or to a situation. So, we all kept saying, don't leave me out, count me in. Don't count me out, count me in. Don't forget to include me. Like, let's reconnect. When the synergy is so great, you want to stay connected because there was so much positive energy coming from that call. I say all that to say to keep yourself surrounded by like-minded individuals. One of the things that actually came up in the same conversation was how we had to let go of old negative conversations and relationships, and how we didn't have to dismiss those relationships or cut them off, but they just got cut out because that's what God ordained for our lives, because we're moving up to a next level. Another thing that came up was that we all realized that we had to step our game up, and the reason why you probably haven't met your soulmate yet is because your soulmate is not on this level, that you got to go up a few more levels before you can actually meet that individual. I say all that to say, stop sitting back watching and start working. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of Vulnerable Moments with Miss E. You have an amazing day on purpose. God bless.